안녕하세요, Ryo입니다. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and I am getting more comfortable with my Korean. If you guys hear my intro, I sound more and more. I am tuning in to Korean. I am one day going to be like a native speaker, just like my other two languages, and I'm so happy about that. So today I want to talk about my buzz cut. And honestly, I originally didn't want to get this buzz cut, but I feel like I needed it and that my soul wanted to experience this so I can get over something. And so originally, when in December I decided to go blonde, I'm like, go for it, girl. You have short hair, go for it. You have a talented stylist, go for it. And so I did with my sister, and so I loved my blonde hair. I thought it fit me perfectly, and so I wanted to continue having blonde hair, and I wanted to continue that process. But I went to a different stylist, and this is when I was trying to force trust, and I was trying to force a lesson on myself, and that never happens. If you force yourself into your lesson, it's gonna go wrong, because change and lessons and experiences naturally come to you. You will shed the layers when you need to. Everything naturally happens, just like in nature. So if something of comfort is like a rose doesn't push farther so it can bloom, it just blooms when it's ready. And so the layers and everything you need to shed off, the experiences, everything happens naturally for you. Don't force anything. So here I was trying to force myself to trust, and so I went to a new stylist, and I'm like, yeah, because she did a really good job with my mom and sister, and so I went by myself, and I just wanted to get my roots done. But it turns out, the misunderstanding, they thought I wanted to go platinum blonde, and so my whole head and hair got bleached several times because it was so yellow right here in the roots. I had to go again, and I thought she was just gonna fix the yellowness, but she didn't. On the second day that I went and I thought they were gonna correct it, my hair was flying in chunks around the salon. It was just majestically white hair flying around the salon in chunks. And so I literally had like a little section of just like right here where like a chunk fell off, and it was short. And she said it's normal, and then I got lectured. I don't think that's right. Don't lecture them, because there was a miscommunication between both sides. I take full responsibility because maybe I didn't get my message across, and I was just like letting them do it instead of standing my ground. And so on their side, they should take in responsibility as well. But that's another story. And so my hair was fried. It was, you couldn't fix it, and like how they styled it was not good either, but it was fried. They even tried putting like a conditioner tint, and it's just like it didn't work. It was so fried. So that day I just decided to go to another hairstylist that had cut my hair short in October, and so I went to her, and she cut it super short, not this short, like just short, like a pixie cut. And then after a few 2 weeks, my mom just said why I didn't go, but I just wasn't in the place. I just didn't want to yell at them and get mad at them, because it was actually both of our faults. So I can't get mad at them. So I just wanted to go somewhere where I knew that they had done my hair right. And so I went there, and so after a few weeks, I started looking at my hair, and I have a lot of hair, like a lot, and so a lot of it falls off naturally. And so I started looking at my hair that would fall off, and like where there was like the black, and then there was like the blonde, and where the blonde starts, there was like a little peck, like a little dot, and that's where my hair would break off. and so a lot of the hair had that little section, or near that where that little speck was there, either it was the speck or it was like cut in half, like in between. It was like separated, still connected to the rest of the hair, but it was separated. So as you can see, it was very damaged, and I tried putting pink tint on it, but it was a herbal like treatment, mostly oils, and it's supposed to heal it, but poor thing, it's trying to work with transparent hair, like dead hair. And so luckily I had really strong hair, so I was really proud of my hair. I'm like, you're strong hair for going through all that and still trying to stay in my head. And so my sister's like, shave it off, and I had to go through a moment, because even though I was in a pixie haircut, it's just a lot. I come from a culture that says this is male and this is female, and at that moment I was questioning my femininity, and I was saying, am I gonna be a woman if I let go of my hair and if I don't look like that? And am I going to be pretty if I let go of my hair and I have nothing to hide up behind? And because I seen it, I had to fight these this is male, this is female, because growing up from the town my mom comes from, Mexico, they're very like, this is male and this is female. And so I have had fights with my arguments with my relatives about that, and even still here my parents carry some of those beliefs. They're limited and they're more open-minded, but they're still carried, and you can still see it in some parts of Mexico, but there's a lot of open-minded people. So it's changing, but I myself carry some of those beliefs, and it's just like, they're not true, but then I was fighting it. And so I started seeing a bunch of like women that shaved off their hair, and it's just like how powerful they felt. There was a documentary called Oh My God, She's Bald, and that one really did help me a lot, and they just how confident they were. And there was a girl from an Indian background, and how she says that she had to, when she shaved it, people thought she was going to having like a Britney Spears moment. And it's true, like there's a stigma. Like my cousin shaved it off a few years ago, and then like people thought she was like going crazy or something, and it's not, because after hearing her story literally a few months ago before this happened to me, I could see that she also had to fight her femininity, find it and feel beautiful in her own skin. And so that's what happened to me. When it first happened, when I shaved it off, I made the decision, and I made the appointment with another stylist that I know. And he's like, are you sure? And I'm like, shave it off. And he's like, you're so brave. And I'm like, no, I'm scared, but I know this is what has to be done, because my hair is so unhealthy. And so he like took it out, and I went to work, and I had a cap. And the thing is, I don't like being told what to do, and at that moment I was very sensitive. And so my students were telling me like, let me show me, I'm gonna pull your hair out, your like cap off. And I was like, no. And luckily some of my students were like, back off. And so I just needed a moment to deal with this change and those emotions of not feeling feminine enough. And so, which is weird, because I sometimes were very feminine and sometimes I dress very masculine, and sometimes it's like a mix of both. But I guess when you're stripped of everything, you're like, oh, what am I? And so that day I didn't want to show anybody. And then the second day is when I took a shower, and I just looked at myself in my birthday suit in the mirror, and I just, for the first time, could see myself extremely beautiful. I didn't see any flaws. Like, even if they were there, I appreciated them. I'm like, your body's changing, you're becoming thin, you're just like slim, you're gorgeous. Look like what the body that you have, and that this soul gets to use to come to earth, to experience everything, the sun, the sky, the environment, everything. And so I literally could see myself beautiful. And oh, I kind of want to cry because of that, but it's just honestly coming from a place where what happened to me as a child really did take away the way I saw my body. And of course the cultural things, a lot of things came into play with that. And so I didn't see my body how it was. I saw myself 3 times bigger than I was, or I would see myself beautiful in pictures that had been taken, but when I was taking them I didn't see myself beautiful. Or I just looked at myself in the mirror and I just saw like, oh, you're not beautiful, you have these curves, these things, and just like all of a sudden I didn't see myself beautiful, and I didn't appreciate myself because I have like more of an pear bottom, so that's very lustful here in the US and in Mexico. And so I didn't want that because of what happened to me as a child. I did not want anybody to lust for me. It was not something in my priority. And of course it shouldn't be, like nobody should lust it. It's like beautiful, it's my body, it's human, it's what everybody else has. And so it was just, it felt impure. It felt like it just, and coming from the religion I came from, it also felt very impure. And so I wanted to hide everything. But just as I took my hair away and I was just left with this, and I had to work with this, and it was just like I didn't see anywhere to hide. And so instead of like finding somewhere to hide, I just came this warrior, this peaceful warrior of like, I love myself, I love who I am gorgeous, I am beautiful. Oh my god, why have I been neglecting myself of seeing this beauty, seeing this light out here? And so that's how I felt inside. I felt nice and I've been feeling good. I don't get to wear my hair outside a lot because it's very cold here. It's not the right weather to have this haircut because I work with children, so I work outside. And even when like recently we went to the vegan hut here in Elk Grove, and so I had my hat on, but then I kind of like saw somebody bald over there. It was a man, but it wasn't somebody, a female. But I was like, he's rocking it, why can't I? And I like took it off and I just rocked it, and nobody said anything because nobody needed to say anything. It was all in my head. It was just me thinking that, and I just like took it off, and I'm like, look at me. And I love what I just saw today, a video about this girl who just like wanted to shave it off, and so she shaved it off, and she's like, how do I feel? I feel like a beautiful alien goddess came to the earth and I just came to serve looks. And so yeah, it's just about loving yourself. In this experience, I didn't even know I was gonna have it, and I didn't know I needed it. And so once I had it, I was like so happy, so freeing to see myself as the light that I am. There's nothing to hide, and it's just so beautiful. I'm so grateful because I have had body dysmorphia for so many years because of so many reasons, and to see myself as me, as gorgeous, as beautiful, as a goddess is such a gift. Honestly, it's it's a gift honestly, to see myself and love myself for who I am. And yes, I'm wearing a little bit more makeup, but it's because I feel like bam, bam, bam. I feel like I'm rocking it, like I'm working it, and I wear what I want. I don't wear a lot of makeup. I just wear like the thing that I love the most is lipstick, so I need to go find lipsticks once I move to the new country. And I work and I'm like bam, 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 because I like minimal makeup, but I like working out, and I want to find a bunch of earrings that like this, like the one my grandma gave me, and just like rock it and shine and be this beautiful light. And this is what being bald, the big cut, has brought to me, to love myself unconditionally. And I'm grateful for it. It's amazing. I feel like I should have cried, but it's just a happy feeling to love yourself, to love your body, to see your beauty, and you're like, yeah, rock it. I don't care what people say. And it's literally not caring because you love yourself unconditionally. And yeah, so I hope that you guys like this video. Let me know about how you started to learn to love yourself and started to appreciate yourself. And I will see you next time. Bye bye.